Road to Revolution by me. It's 1754 and the colonies are still very loyal to their king, King James, until the road to revolution started. First stop, the economic controls. The king realized that the supplies that the colonists were making were better than the stuff back in England, so he made this rule. All leftover stuff will go to me. And this made the colonists mad. But that was just the tip of the revolution iceberg. Next up, political control. The politics looked a little bit like this chart, but that had no effect on the colonies. Here's stop 3, the French and Indian War. The French and Indian War is what you think, the French and Indian versus the England and colonies. England won, but they ended up poor after the war, and he got the money he needed out of the colonists. But then after the war, King George died of old age, I'm guessing. So King James came into order, and he let us stop 4, the Acts. To get the money he needed, he got out of the colonists by these 3 acts. First act, the Sugar Act. The colonists had to pay taxes on their sugar, which is no big deal really. They already had the tax. King James just brought it on them. Next up, the Quartering Acts. Colonists had to build shelter for the soldiers and pay for their every needs. And the most annoying of all, the Stamp Act. The colonists had to pay a tax and have a stamp for every single paper product they had. Kind of a stupid tax if you ask me. And that leads us to stop 5. A group of men called the Sons of Liberty that represented 9 colonies boycotted the Stamp Act. And it worked. The Stamp Act ended, but Britain was not done yet. That leads us to stop 6, the Townshend Acts. King James put another tax on manufactured goods that are going to be imported from colonies. And the Sons of Liberty boycotted again, and it worked. The taxes were done, except for the tea tax. Which leads us to stop 7, the Boston Massacre. The Boston Massacre happened near March 5th, around midnight, I guess, in Boston, obviously. It started when a few teenagers were harassing a guard, and then it started a crowd. The crowd of colonists were patriots, and they started throwing sticks and snowballs at the guards. The guards started to fire back and only killed 5 people, although they wanted to exaggerate it by saying that the colonists were innocent and the soldiers were firing because they were patriots and killed tons of people. That was a really big lie, but they got the colonists to believe it. And that led up to stop 8, the Boston Tea Party. The Boston Tea Party is when the Sons of Liberty snuck on a British ship that imported tea. They dumped all the tea into the water, and it was very successful for the colonies. That led us to stop 9, the Untitled Acts. Since all the tea was dumped into the Boston Harbor, the king made these punishments. The Boston Harbor was closed until all the tea was paid for, and the town meetings were banned. Well, that's all I know about the road to revolution. Hope you enjoyed it.